What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing the Smackdown review. We started off tonight, as we do every week, with another recap. We have a shot backstage with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens starting the Yep movement backstage. We then cut to the ring where AJ Styles is coming out. He cuts a promo on Clash of Champions. Then the Singh brothers come out and they talk about how bad they've been treated by Jinder Mahal. So AJ Styles says, "Well, I feel bad for y'all. Why don't you come up and we'll hug this out?" The Singh brothers then try to start hugging each other. And then AJ Styles says, "No, not each other. Come in here and we'll hug." So the Singh brothers get into the ring. They hug AJ Styles. And then they say that they want to be in AJ Styles' corner at Clash of Champions. AJ Styles calls them out and said, "Well, if you're so against Jinder Mahal, why were you at his side during the India tour?" And shows pictures of both Singh brothers standing next to Jinder Mahal. Then Jinder Mahal comes out, starts to cut a quick promo. AJ Styles says this will be a one-on-one match at Clash of Champions, then beats up the Singh brothers and throws them out of the ring. We then have a recap of the Riot Squad and everything that's happened in the past couple of weeks, which leads us to our first match, Charlotte Flair versus Ruby Riott. Natalya's at the announcer's table, and the other two members of the Riot Squad are at ringside. This really wasn't much of a match. There was constant interference by the other two members of the Riot Squad. Then when Charlotte Flair started getting ahead of Ruby Riott, Natalya comes out and interferes and gets Ruby Riott disqualified. Afterwards, the Riot Squad attack Charlotte Flair. They take her out of the ring and about to do what they did with Naomi with the steel steps. When Naomi comes out and drop kicks Morgan and Logan, then hits the rear view on Ruby Riott. As the Riot Squad starts to run up the ramp, Lana, Tamina, and Carmella come up from behind and jump the Riot Squad. This kind of looks somewhat familiar with what we saw last night. We then go backstage with Daniel Bryan talking on the phone with Shane McMahon. Then Owens and Zayn come walking in and leave a Yep movement flyer on the table and leave. We then have Dolph Ziggler versus Baron Corbin with Bobby Roode at the announcer's table. Both Ziggler and Corbin were trading shots back and forth, culminating in both people getting knocked down. Bobby Roode comes into the ring and gives a glorious DDT to both Ziggler and Corbin, which ends in a disqualification. Once again, it's kind of an odd start for SmackDown. Then Byron Saxton says, if I'm understanding correctly, that the fashion files will now be found on WWE.com. Hopefully this means they're not going to be on SmackDown anymore. Thank God. That is starting to get ridiculous. We then have the Bludgeon Brothers versus another set of jobbers. This match was fucking priceless. The funniest part of this match was when Luke Harper did a powerbomb on one of the jobbers and he screamed like a little girl. Oh my God, it was funny. Corey Graves was even laughing at it. I highly suggest trying to look it up to see what I'm talking about. Dude screamed. It was funny. But nevertheless, the Bludgeon Brothers won that match, as if you wouldn't have known. Then we got Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn coming out, cutting a promo about the Yep movement. Then we have a recap of the past couple of weeks. Then Kevin Owens says, "Let's occupy SmackDown," calling out for everybody to come out. Nobody comes out. The only person that comes out is Daniel Bryan, which is kind of funny because when he comes out, his music didn't hit until a couple seconds after he's standing out there. I guess somebody was sleeping at the switch. Daniel Bryan gets into the ring and asks Zayn and Owens, "What are you doing?" The Yes movement wasn't about me. It was about the WWE Universe. All of this ends in Daniel Bryan naming himself the second special guest referee in their match at Clash of Champions. We then have the Usos versus Rusev and Aiden English. Long and the short of all of this, Aiden English and Rusev, Usos, The New Day, and Gable and Benjamin are all out at the ringside, and they all cut promos about the Clash of Champions match. Then getting to the match, it was pretty quick. Rusev and Jay started off at first. Then shortly, Jimmy and Aiden English tag in. Rusev sneaks a kick on Jimmy, which allowed Aiden English to get the pin. Finally, we actually have a pin. We have a completed match on SmackDown. This whole Fatal 4-Way tag match is going to be pretty interesting at Clash of Champions. We then come to our main event, Kevin Owens with Sami Zayn in his corner versus Shinsuke Nakamura with Randy Orton in his corner. Daniel Bryan is at the announcer's table. Kevin Owens started off with the offense in this match. Nakamura tried to rally up and fight back, but Kevin Owens stopped that. Kevin Owens tried to go for a pin a few times, but was only able to get a 2 count. Nakamura starts fighting back with a flurry of knee strikes. He gets Kevin Owens up onto the ropes. Looks like he was going for a suplex. Kevin Owens knocks him down, tried to go for a senton, but Nakamura got his knees up right into Kevin Owens' back. Kevin Owens tried to give the elbow to Shinsuke Nakamura. Nakamura ducked, and Kevin Owens ended up hitting the referee, knocking him down. Daniel Bryan then took it upon himself to take off the referee's shirt, put it on himself. Kevin Owens tries to go for a powerbomb. Shinsuke Nakamura blocked it and drops Owens. He goes for the pin. Daniel Bryan comes in for a 2 count, rather slow. He stood there for a second. He probably could have gotten the 3 count. I'm not sure if this is going to be foreshadowing, but I'll get to that in a second. Sami Zayn and Randy Orton get into the ring. They start fighting, which continues out onto the floor. Nakamura lines up Kevin Owens for the Kinshasa. Sami Zayn tries to get into the ring. Nakamura knocks him out, which gives Kevin Owens an opportunity to get the pop-up powerbomb for the pin. I almost see this is going to be going in the favor of Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn at Clash of Champions, and a possible heel turn for Daniel Bryan. But we'll have to see when Clash of Champions comes around. This is a weird go-home show for SmackDown. We had 5 matches, the first 2 being disqualifications, the third one being a squash match, the fourth one being very quick. Thankfully, the main event they did let go for a good long time. But as a whole, like I said, it was really weird. But I'll be back later this week with a predictions video for Clash of Champions, and then on Sunday, I'll be giving the results for the pay-per-view. That'll do it for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's SmackDown, or what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.